Welcome back to Different Ways Humanity Can Come to an End, and today we're on episode 3, and you probably saw this in the title, but we're going to be talking about what if an infectious disease can take out all of humanity. And yes, in the state we're in with this quarantine, I guess this might be just the perfect video. So sit back, relax, go get some popcorn or a bag of chips and subscribe. So what exactly is a disease? Well, a disease broadly refers to any condition that impairs the normal functioning of the body. Diseases are generally understood to be medical conditions that involve a pathological process associated with a specific set of symptoms. So now that we know what is a disease, how does this affect our bodies and how does this spread? Hopefully not from bats, but let's see how we get infected. We get infected by a thing called a pathogen. And a pathogen is basically a bacterium, virus, or other microorganisms that can cause a disease. And pathogens are all over. Even the phone you're watching this video from, it occupies all of our body surfaces, including the skin, gut, and mucous membranes. Fun fact of the day, our bodies contain at least 10 times more bacterial cells than human ones. So basically you have more bacterial cells in your body than there is human cells. Let's get into infections. What is an infection? Well, an infection occurs when the virus, bacteria, or any other microbe enter your body and begin to multiply. But the disease occurs when the cells in your bodies are damaged, and as a result of infection, signs of symptoms and illnesses pop up. But the incidence of disease among those infected varies greatly, depending on the particular pathogen and individual susceptibility. But how does this spread? Well, you see, Barbara, it spreads when a smart person decides to not eat Burger King, but eat at a 5-star restaurant which serves bats. Also, infectious diseases commonly spread through the direct transfer of bacteria and viruses or other germs from one person to another. And this happens in a lot of ways, with the main one being if someone with the bacterium or virus touches or kisses or even coughs or even sneezes on someone who isn't infected. But we haven't even talked about it spreading through air, water, and surfaces, and also blood. Now, to answer the big question if one of these diseases can end humanity, and the answer to that question is yes, it can. But not a regular disease though. We're talking about diseases old. We're talking about old diseases hidden in ice from thousands of years ago, when the first settlers lived on Earth. And what makes these diseases deadly is that we haven't experienced them before. Something like what we're going through now, where we haven't been able to make a cure. So if these diseases were to come back, it would be really deadly. And this process increases with the likelihood of climate change. So as the ice melts, these ancient viruses that have been dormant are springing back to life. Let me tell you a story which resembles this topic. In August of 2016, in a remote corner of the Siberian tundra called Tuyami Peninsula, correct me if I pronounce that wrong, in the Arctic Circle, a 12-year-old boy died, and at least 20 people were hospitalized after being infected by anthrax. The theory is that 75 years ago, a reindeer infected with anthrax died, and its frozen carcass became trapped under a layer of frozen soil known as permafrost. It's said that until the summer of 2016, when it had a heat wave, the permafrost thawed. This exposed the reindeer corpse and released the infectious anthrax into nearby water and soil, and then into the food supply, with more than 2,000 reindeers gazing nearby becoming infected, which led to the small number of human cases. But this quarantine we're in right now has actually helped the earth a lot. The earth has been healing, but that wouldn't be enough though. So as the earth continues to warm, more permafrost will melt, and a lot of deadly diseases will be roaming the earth freely to infect whoever it chooses. And the scary thing is that animals and people have been buried in permafrost for centuries, so more infectious diseases can be unleashed. One quick example again is that scientists have discovered fragments of RNA from the 1918 Spanish flu virus in corpses buried in mass graves in Alaska Thundura. So let's take care of our planet, since this is our only home. But what will happen if all the ice melts? Stay tuned for episode 4 about global warming to figure that out. Also, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back for another one. Peace.